Welcome to Open Up Forum, where we talk about anything and everything and give you a godly perspective on it. Today I'm here with Rob Little Lion, and we here with Ronald McConaughey.
Senior, don't forget.
He know that already. And we here with Matt, our engineer. We on this topic of relationships. I know we've been away for a minute. We talked about in the first topic of this relationship ordeal, we talked about dating. We talked about the actual dating, and we talked about how dating is supposed to be and what we're looking for in dating. And basically now we want to go from the dating to engagement. So my thing is, as a man, what are some of the, I got a question, I'm gonna pose a question. And let me get this out before y'all,
Take your time.
Yeah, let me get this out.
Let me use you.
But anyway, okay, what are some of the core factors in the goals of going from dating into engagement? What are some of the core factors that we are looking for in a couple relationship? Now listen, I got some I want to share before y'all jump in. And one of these core factors is shared core values between y'all two. And then I got effective conflict resolutions.
I knew that was coming.
And then I got financial compatibility.
That's a big one, but go ahead.
Another one is deep trust and emotional safety.
Okay.
And
It's like a stable man, or
Yeah.
stable woman, or whatever.
and then you got resilience under stress. And then another one, because I looked this up.
I know you did psychology today. Go ahead.
I mean, he's reading it verbatim, so I mean,
Yep. And realistic assessments.
Okay.
So
yeah.
through all this, I want to start with let's start with the shared core values and goals of a relationship. And that's just basically what they got here is alignment on major life decisions such as marriage, children, career paths, and where you want to live. Now what's an example of that? Let's look at it. Let's look at it because we're dating. You're in a dating relationship, right? And some of the aspects in dating, we got to find out what's the goals between a man and a woman. Are we going in the right direction? Are we two going in the right direction? What say you?
You want to take this, Rob? You want to take it first?
What say you?
All right. So
I like saying that. What say you?
I see.
All right. So shared values.
Mhm.
They often say opposites attract. So the shared value has to be something that brings the opposite attractions to the same page, right? It's funny you should bring that up because talking about the shared values, because I think in determining whether or not a couple is good together is not solely based on whether they can do things together because they're on the same page. I think it's more of, are they good for each other, regardless of the page? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you're not on the same page, are you still good for each other? That's going to come down to that conflict resolution we talked about.
Oh yeah.
Right? So let's deal with that because all these things all these things mesh together.
Oh, they do.
They all mesh together. They all work together. So the core values, I think that's when you're first meeting in person and you're finding out about the person, you're doing the checks and the unchecks, right? You're doing the checks, the pros and the cons.
You're checking the boxes.
Right, you're checking the boxes. The pros, thank you, bro. You're checking the boxes, pros and cons.
Right.
Now you're finding out what you have that's similar, what you have in agreement, right?
Yeah.
That's the value part. You're talking about, do you want to have kids?
Yes.
All right. Do you want to be big house, small house?
Yeah.
You want to wait how long till we decide to have kids? Because career comes into mind. You talked about the career.
Mm-hmm.
So believe it or not, all of those things are things that have derailed relationships.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. So when people bypass that part, they're setting their relationship up for definite destruction.
Absolutely.
But see, and
Definite
then I think you're kind of saying what he said last time when he was talking about the red flags that you overlook.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I guess this is what you guys are saying. So
Mhm.
some of the stuff that, put it like this, you found her to be an asset and not a liability.
Liability.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's it.
From the values that she had. I can understand
Absolutely.
it. But there is some things you overlooked. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
We all do.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
And we all talked
That's
about that
'cause we
before.
Mhm.
And we all do
Yeah.
because we had that
That's fair.
mentality that we could work with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. But how, that's where the conflict resolution comes in down the road.
Mm-hmm.
So the communication is chief, right? That's key. Making sure that you're on the same page communication wise. You checking in with each other. You making sure, because in every relationship, there's going to be somebody that's going to be the pursuer and somebody that's going to be the pursuee.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're dating, that's how you start out. Somebody's the pursuer, somebody's the pursuee. And at some point in time during the dating process, that role is going to change,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because if the man is doing all the pursuing, the woman is the pursuee, the man is going to get to a point where I'm just ain't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a challenge, but now it's not worth me doing.
Mm-hmm.
So the woman has to, at some point, have that pursuee imagination. That persona has to fall, and she has to become the pursuer, because she had to send a message to the guy: I'm just as interested in you as you are in me.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the guy has to feel like, and let's be honest, a lot of men. One thing that a lot of men will tell you, but they want to feel wanted,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Of course.
They want to feel wanted.
Who
I
wants
mean,
to feel unwanted?
exactly. I mean, telling somebody you appreciate them,
Yep.
you can't just
Still
tell them that. You
appreciate
gotta show them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
You make this man work all hard and everything to show you that he cares about you, and you ain't doing nothing in return to show that you care for him. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And
That happens too, though.
It
what
ain't
you
gotta
just
be.
said
It
happens.
ain't gotta be sexual, because we ain't even get to that part yet.
Yeah.
Right? We talking about just dating and getting to the level where you start going to become fiancés. Engagement.
Yeah.
Well, being honest, can I speak for a second?
Knock yourself out.
All right. Being honest.
No,
right?
literally. No, I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Okay. I was dating women
Mm-hmm.
while I was dating my girlfriend, who is now my ex-wife.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why she won out over all the other chicks that I was dating
Mm-hmm.
is because every time I talked to her, she said, "Are you coming to see me, or am I coming to see you?"
Right.
Right.
Okay.
The other ladies were like, "I have to get an appointment."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To come see them. It was so
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
It was so
Yeah.
difficult to
Yeah.
try to link up with them.
Yeah.
And I had one saying, "Well,
If you don't come to me, I'll come to you."
Like we
Point
So-
in case. Case
yeah,
in point.
that was something that that was something that shifted her,
Mm-hmm.
but ahead of everybody else. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? But,
That's real talk right
yeah,
there.
but that
That's
don't mean
real
that's always gonna be like that.
No, but
anyway.
that's part of the equation. Because if a woman is not willing to come see you, she's not really determined to be with you.
Right.
I mean, unless there's something physically enabling her from seeing you.
Right.
Hindering her from being
mentally
able to do
or
that.
physically or something else.
Right. So you
Or whatever else.
once you know that that's the reality, now you have something concrete to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're a male or female, you know that individual is interested, but they're willing to come see you. Now you got to show them that you're willing to come see them. You see,
Mhm.
if they're not willing to meet you halfway, then they're not willing to work with you at all. That's not a relationship that's going to last,
Right.
right? And by the time you make that decision to get engaged, you don't put your foot in something that you might not, be happy about down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to be a lot of problems that we talked about the red flags. Well, you said we could fix this, we could work with this. You might get to the point where you look, I should have took those red flags and try to address the situation.
Then,
Then it'd
went
be
that
too late.
way.
Yeah, it'd been too late then.
Mhm.
So if the common values that you have, especially if they're core values that make up your person of what you believe,
Mhm.
right, how you want to live your life, That's a strong starting point. But it's not the be all and end all. You follow what I'm saying? Like I said, you could be good together, but they may not be good for you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to make sure that the person is good for you. That means that they're good to you even when you're not at your best. You're good to them even when they're not at their best. So when you're good for somebody, you're building each other up, not breaking them down and tearing them down.
Right. Right.
You know, that whole manipulation, conniving, trying to get over and get see, this is what I thank God for understanding, man. There's two types of get overs, right?
Yeah.
There's the get over with, and there's the get over on. Now, which one do you think God wants us to walk in?
Get over with.
The get over with. Because the get over on is they're gonna try to get over on you or whoever they can get over on. That you don't want to be involved in a relationship like that. You want somebody to want to get over with you. Right? Let's get over this hump together. Let's get over this situation. Let's work this out. Let's do this. But when you're trying to get over on somebody, man, and let's be honest, in today's society, I think we see that now more than we've seen in the last maybe 20 years, maybe. Because people just want to go out and get what they want to get. They don't care how the individual feels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't care if it's something that's going to be dangerous to them or not.
Right. So you saying in today's society, I think they're more investing in themselves more than together.
Yeah, because they just want to get what they want to get. And if you link up with somebody that you feel can give you the world, you best be sure and guarantee yourself that at some point in time in your relationship, that individual going to come back and need you.
Yep.
They're going to need you to have their back.
Oh yeah.
If you can't do that, if you can't get their back, don't put yourself out there like that.
Yeah. Amen. Amen.
Don't put yourself out there like
I think
that.
that's why the Bible states we are one.
Yeah, you got to work to become one now.
You got to work to become one.
Especially if you did you did as much dating as some other guys have been doing. Like a lot of guys do a lot of dating. A lot of women today do a lot of dating, and they confuse the person that they're dating with the person they just finished dating. You see, they do that comparison thing where they're comparing dates. Oh, I should have stayed with this person. You ain't with that person now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so you bringing that baggage into this next relationship.
That carry over back.
Yeah, that carry over back.
Yeah.
I think that's a big no.
Yes.
We cannot take our past relationships and bring it into a new relationship because that will destroy the current relationship.
Exactly. and think about this now, because this is very important because you brought it up. The core values. You just got out of a relationship that didn't work, but you had the same core values. So what happened? What happened?
There's a whole host of things that could happen, though.
Right.
You know, that would change a relationship.
Yeah, but we're dealing with
I'm
the
not
core
saying
values.
that it would definitely like make y'all separate, but
You got to.
I mean,
I agree with
divorce,
you.
but you're
I agree with
probably going to be separated at some point. You know, if it gets that ugly.
So is it better to do the separation during the dating process than before you? Yeah, because you. All right, I don't know. You said you did a lot of dating, right? So you should know where I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's been times when you've dated people and you were in a relationship with the person and y'all broke up.
Yeah.
And then y'all got back together.
Yeah, that's true. I've done
Some
that.
of them
And
I got back together with.
then y'all broke up again.
But after two, don't go back anymore because you know, after 2 times, that's it. Really, after 1 time, that should be it.
Yeah.
But when you give it another shot, normally it doesn't work out.
Was you beating a dead horse?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny about it though is that when you're going through those cycles, and this is the beautiful thing, again, I thank God for this, is that we all have this thing called a pattern of living, a pattern of life. We establish patterns as we grow, and as we mature in life, and as we move about and have our being, we have patterns. There are patterns that people develop even when they're dating.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? Let me ask you a question. Is it a greater fear for a person, anybody who's very involved in a relationship, is it a greater fear for them to lose their identity than to be willing to combine identities? Which one poses the greater fear? The person that's going to lose their identity or the person that is willing to combine their identity?
Well, of course, when you lose your identity, that's easy.
That's the easy one.
Oh, yeah,
So
of
you
course.
agree with that?
Somebody in that relationship loses their identity. then yeah, I can't see you keep going.
So how do you lose your identity?
Or maybe you'll be just really miserable, you know.
I'm just trying to figure out how do you see. Here's why I asked the question. In my opinion, I don't believe a person loses their identity.
Well, then why would you ask that question?
Because that's a good question. Because you just said the person who had the greater fear of losing their identity, which is one of the reasons why in today's society, a lot of people who get married choose not to work toward becoming one.
I don't know if it's a choice so much as they just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can rock with that. I can rock with that. I can rock with
the
that.
women. Now, this is my opinion.
I got you.
The women of today are not like the women when my mama was
35, 40,
or
50
whatever.
years ago. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? They're not the same anymore. They come in with like, how do you say it? They're coming with ideas.
Yeah, that's good.
Of how things are supposed to be, which is understandable, right? But you got to realize that you have to put some work into this, relationship too.
Exactly.
As soon as something goes bad, they think, okay, that's it, it's over. You know, like, wait a minute, baby, it's not over.
He said, wait a minute, baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is how you gotta, come on, man.
Baby, please, baby.
Man, listen, I'm not talking about begging.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about
wait a minute,
telling a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to stop here just because we don't agree. Right here, we can keep going.
I hear that song.
But you know what?
Hey, yo, this guy, I knew he was on something.
No, I hear that song. You don't remember that song? You don't remember that song? Don't give
Too
up.
strong.
Don't give up on us, baby. We still
Come on, man.
have
I'm gonna get you too strong. Man. I don't know
more
what you took.
try. You don't remember that David Soul? But look. I agree with you wholeheartedly because you're talking about two different generations now. Completely, the ideology, the mentalities, the attitudes are different. There's some similarities, but I think this generation is losing out on what the previous generation had. Because they look at them and they look at those women. Well, I'm not gonna let a man dominate me and all the yada yada. No, our mothers were not being dominated.
No,
they were very individual because behind closed doors, listen, they were telling our dads what to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Our father was going to them to get information. Hey, listen, what you tell you?
But see,
they put the pressure on our dad.
Oh yeah.
How you gonna handle that?
Yeah, but
your dad didn't let it be known that mama was doing that. That's for sure.
Of course.
In front of you,
because you're the example in the household.
Yeah, he probably did whisper. But in front of us, it was all like, yelling.
You know what it is, though? Here's what it is.
And that's my opinion.
Here's what it is. My mom and dad had this thing where they got divorced later on, but actually they got divorced when I was early. But here's the reality. When I said later on, because my brother was already born in. So when you look, the reality was they had this thing where we had to provide a unified front in front of the kids. And I think that today's time, I hear psychologists, I hear my marriage counselors, I hear different ones hold on to that and preach that to marriage, to couples coming in for therapy. I hear that. I agree with that. You should promote a united front. You should. But my thing is, I gotta stop saying it. But my position is, there you go. Don't just do it in front of the kids.
Right.
Do it when you're not in front of the kids. Work toward that united front. Don't just put on a show for the kids. Let that work be the act, like you said. You got to work on this. Let it be the actual work. No, come on, baby. This is not. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's work the work because a relationship requires work.
I agree, and I think you should show that consistently through the relationship, because if you show that consistently through the, there's no faking it. There's no faking it.
That's how you are.
Because that's how you see your parents. We're like, look, it was always like that. So there's no fakeness in there, and I think as it's the best. I think this is a great segue to the next one.
Wait, go ahead.
Effective conflict resolutions. Because there's going to be arguments,
disagreements.
Disagreement, and I think we have to learn how to fight fair.
Man, look.
I like disagreements and arguments are going to happen. It's how we work through those arguments
Agreed.
Right.
and disagreements.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Because there has to be some kind of resolution through that and through that trial.
Mhm.
That's how we are blessed. That's how the family is blessed,
Mhm.
because we may not disagree on something, but we'll find a resolution to it, and that's how the family is blessed, because the two dominant people in the relationship
Mhm.
come to an agreement,
Mhm.
Right.
and that's how we.
That's how the union gets blessed.
Yep, that's how the union gets blessed.
And can I say
Yep.
one thing?
Go ahead, man.
Ladies, the silent treatment actually works against you.
Sometimes.
Yep.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
most of the time.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Well,
I'm glad you said that
The silent
because
treatment is
Now, now,
not
listen.
a good way of
It- it's-
communicating.
Now, if you already know why she's
Silent
silent,
treatment is no communication. There's no communication.
yeah, but
actually,
you
in
already
silent
know.
treatment.
If you already know she's why she's
as they
silent,
used to say
Well,
back
how
in
you
the
know?
day.
How you know?
Yo.
Every time
you
your
know
white
what
man
made her
cheats,
mad. If she mad, you know what made her mad.
not all the time, though. Not
Sometimes
all
you
the
do.
times.
He's saying when you do.
Sometimes- some
He's
when
saying
you
when
do,
you
when
do.
you do.
But they used to
Some
say
people
back in the
can.
day.
I'm like, all right, baby.
I'm picking up what you laying down. you got what they saying. So look.
Some people petty.
I'm
though,
glad
you
you
know?
said that. And
You be
that-
like,
that-
really?
that-
Yeah.
That's why we're
Like,
talking
really?
about
You
this
got-
right now.
You know, like you mad at me for that? You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, you don't always know. I
Those
don't
are-
know. I didn't always know.
I would say character building parts of the relationship process.
Mhm.
Now you know what kind of person you're dealing with.
Mhm.
Because to be mad at somebody, give them the silent treatment, not talk to them because you're mad, that is immaturity.
Mhm.
That's very much a
Mhm.
case of a person being immature.
Mhm.
Yep.
Right now,
That was one of
Now,
my biggest problems.
here's a reverse psychological aspect of that. What they talk about is, well, I'm not going to say anything because if I say anything, I'm going to make matters worse. No, actually, you're making matters worse by not saying anything.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Because what you're doing is you're not just hurting the relationship, you're hurting yourself as well because you're allowing that thing to stay in you.
Yep.
Right?
Mhm.
You got to open up, let that stuff out.
I think the key part in that is the communication. You
Gotta
have
Gotta be.
Gotta be,
You
bro.
got to have communication
Gotta
throughout.
have more cowboy, baby.
Yeah,
Got to
yeah.
have more
And
cowboy.
then we have to compromise on the
Mhm.
solution.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We have to compromise.
So let me say this real quick.
Go ahead.
When you have a relationship where somebody gets angry and they want to stay mad at you, they don't want to talk to you, and so you can't call them, they can't call you, they don't want to call you. I went through that, right?
Mhm.
And I experienced that when my wife and I were dating. And yeah, because
She ain't call you.
No, she was mad.
She ain't call you.
She ain't call me. And she
Why
ain't-
you
she
ain't
ain't
call
text
her?
me because she was mad. So I did call her and she didn't answer because she was mad.
Oh, you called her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you made the attempt.
Now,
She got hot.
once she
I can't
got
see
over
you.
her being
I
angry,
can't see your wife
we had a
being
conversation about that.
mad. Mm-mm. You lying.
She black woman, so don't say that.
You better know the truth about that. But I don't know what he on. So when you
Black women can get mad.
when you
Can get
realize
real mad.
that's something that you don't want to continuously deal with,
Mhm.
that can be like you said, that can be a deal breaker for that relationship.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
But if the couple is willing to work through that, see, that's what we talk. That's the resolution part.
Mhm.
Well, see,
That's where the union gets blessed because you work through it. So we had to work through. Because look, I'm the type of guy that you get mad at me, you don't want to talk to me. That's on you. That ain't on me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to be saddled with that guilt. I want to release it. I want to get that out of my system. I want to get past that. Let's work through this thing,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And I think that's most men. I really haven't. Well, I have, but not a whole lot of men.
Right.
I've met some men that were kind of, I say they suspect to me because they had that mentality where I'm mad at you. I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to talk to you.
Mhm.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
yeah, it's kind of like
That's not how we do.
It's kind of like a
That's
feminine
not our
characteristic.
thing.
No.
We don't do that. I'm like, bro, yeah. So look, The rea-
Yeah,
the reality is when you're in a relationship and that happens, now that puts a stress factor into the equation that is unnecessary.
Very unhealthy.
Exactly. That's why it's a stress factor. Stress is not healthy, right? For the most part. So that resolution part, you gotta tackle that, because if you're gonna get to the part where you get engaged,
Mhm.
that's a red flag you got to really take a serious look at.
Absolutely.
Now,
Mhm.
when a woman starts showing maturity, because 9 times out of 10, women do that more than men. When they get to that point where, okay, I'm going to They call me, I'm gonna answer the phone. Or I'm mad at them, but I'm gonna talk to them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's growth. That's growth.
Mm-hmm.
That's growth. And for men, I think our thing is when we're angry, we're mad, we want to blow up at everybody.
Mm.
Or we want to hold on to that anger, be angry. We want to be mad just a little while longer. You get what I'm saying?
Women
You know
can
what I
do
mean?
that too.
They could, but we like to do it with our voice. You know, we like to vocalize that thing. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
I know you want to talk for the whole hour.
No, go ahead.
Can I sneak in there?
Go ahead, man, knock yourself out. I was done with that right there. But just because you
See,
said that, you
We
know
got
what
a lot
else?
of
I'm just
time.
messing with you.
We got a
No,
lot of
but
time.
so, to me, this is the thing that I hope people won't even be able to relate to what I'm saying, because when it gets here, it's really bad.
Right.
That's resentment.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Once resentment
Kicks
comes
in.
into a relationship,
Yeah.
it's like a miserable relationship.
Now, why do you
You
think
know what I'm
that?
saying?
Why do you think resentment comes into the relationship?
Well, see, and see, this is what I believe. It was either like it was something false that you were doing before the engagement or the marriage,
Mhm.
and then it comes out that you're not going to change if I marry you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's what be on the table. Like, listen, if you do this, do that, then I marry you. But if you don't,
Mhm.
then like I really have no use for you,
Mhm.
right? And then you go say, all right, you're gonna do okay, bam, now you get married,
Mhm.
Okay.
and they don't do the things that you want them to do.
They switch up on you.
That's what you call resentment, and like that's even deeper, way deeper on a deeper level than a straight up argument.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't argue that one through. You can't argue that one out.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
But that
So-
usually
so
comes
that's a
because you
real-
didn't try to work it out.
Yeah.
Right. But if somebody oppose, all right, somebody says, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what
Okay.
I'm going to do.
Right.
Right. And you say, okay, you know what I'm saying? I think I can match that.
Mhm.
Right. So you get in this relationship and you thinking that this person is going to match what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and they're pulling you down.
Right.
Yeah, not supposed
know
to be
what
doing
I'm
that.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you get very, very, very resentful.
Yeah.
And that's
Get
one
angry.
thing that you it's so hard to work through resentment. It's
Mhm.
really hard. It's really hard. It may take 30 years
Mhm.
of y'all being together. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But and another thing is if you have like a preconceived notion that well, if it doesn't work out, I could always do divorce.
That's crazy.
If you
Yeah.
go into that,
Yeah, you're going in with the wrong
Divorce.
mentality.
If you-
you're going into the
right.
right.
Yeah,
You
going
said it
into
right
a
there.
engagement, it's like if it don't
It's
work out,
that is the wrong way to think.
I don't know if
And-
you really love that person.
And I'm gonna say this here
If
too.
you really love
I'm gonna say this here too. I
What's
hope I
that?
don't offend anyone.
Go ahead,
but
man.
having a pregnant girlfriend
Mhm.
does not necessarily mean
Grounds
that you
for
have to
get
marry
married.
them.
Right. I've heard that too.
You
I've
know
heard
what
that
I'm
many
saying?
times. Yeah.
Now, people are
Yeah.
gonna say, "Well, you would have a baby with a woman that you wouldn't marry." Sometimes you gotta say, "Yeah, I would." You know,
Because I messed up.
Yeah, but you
Because
got to take care of
sometimes
that child, though.
Yeah, but sometimes it's gonna be like my baby daddy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on the mentality that she has. You understand what I'm
the
saying? It's
man
not even
has
on
something
you.
to do with that too.
No,
though.
no. But if the man is willing to step up to the plate and do what he has to do,
That's different.
and see, because a lot of times,
That's different.
a lot of these women
Mm-hmm.
want. This is my person.
Come on,
They-
man,
they
spit it
want
out.
Baby daddies.
They
That's
want
they
the
want.
baby. They don't want the daddy.
They want baby daddies. Some of them. You know what I'm saying? That's comfortable to them having baby daddies. You know why? Because the rest of their girlfriends got baby daddies.
Mhm.
So they following the
You know?
culture that
So they-
they're
Of
they're
course,
walking in.
The ignorant. I mean, come on, man. Come
Yeah.
on.
But okay.
That's a bad point of our culture. And people say that black people don't have culture, but that's not true. Black people do have a
we
culture.
got a lot of culture.
Yes, we do.
Both
in the
positive
United
and
States of
negative.
America, we
Positive
do
and
have a
negative.
culture.
Yes.
I don't care what nobody says. And
Uh,
everybody mimics what we do.
Conflict
All
resolution.
around the world.
Conflict
Black
resolution
people in America.
requires maturity. It requires growth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can't work through a problem without first identifying the problem.
Mhm.
Once you identify the problem, then that's the hard part comes in next. Okay, it's not about pointing the finger, it's about accepting responsibility.
It's about you opening up that mind, because sometimes people a bad mindset. You can go to the next level, but you refuse to.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? So how is that?
Especially if you
the
don't
man's
address
fault?
the issue. Especially if you don't
Yeah.
address the issue. So
Yeah, but that's what we talk about in communication.
accountability, amen.
Mhm.
Accountability
Communication.
takes you to a level where, number one, your growth is changing who you are.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You're not changing because of the situation. Your growth as a result of being in the relationship itself is changing you.
Mhm.
This is what we're talking about. Make the person is being good for you. This is what we're talking about. They're good for you.
Mhm.
Not just good to you, but they're good for you
Mhm.
because you're growing in the relationship.
Mhm.
If you have the mentality, like you said before, the person wants what they want. They want to promise you they're going to do this, but then they're not going to fulfill that promise. They have no intention of doing that.
Right.
That's somebody you can't marry.
Mhm.
So don't even waste your time in trying to get engaged to them, because that's a red flag that they're
That's a red
not going to
flag.
change
That's like 5
at
and
all,
1.
and that's a red flag you can't do anything about. Right.
That's
That's
a
one of
red
the big
flag. What's
flags.
the
like
law
that.
and the
Wait,
horns honking
you
and
don't
everything
see
else, right?
this?
That's a red flag, yellow flag, blue flag, the white flag. It's all the flags right there. But the most important part of that is when they decide that, hey, you know what? This person is good for me. I see a vision with them. And I think that's very important too. When you talked about the common values that they may have together,
Right.
where's the vision at?
Yep.
Do the visions line up?
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Right?
Yeah, because y'all both gotta be. I'm telling you, that's y'all both gotta be on the same track. And we can't
But
get
you know something?
this distraction. There's so much stuff out here to distract people. Things get in the way. We have to make sure that we're
that's
on
true.
the same page and
But-
going in the right direction.
But there's so much stuff, right, out here today, right, to deflect, women and men from,
That's true.
their relationship.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
But never get into a relationship with the expectation of the person doing for you and expect that you don't have to do for the person.
Right.
Right.
If you got that mindset, you should be by yourself.
Mm.
Yeah.
You should work on getting to know who you are and love yourself for yourself,
Right.
because you can't love anybody else. And
That's a
that doesn't even matter if you have been in a relationship. Doesn't matter if you've been married. Doesn't matter if you have kids or you had kids and then the person, you got divorced and you lost the kids.
Mhm.
There's a pattern of life for everybody on the planet.
Mhm.
We all have patterns of living. You need to check and see, well, why does this keep happening to me?
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Well,
If
if you happening to you, you're the problem. If it keeps happening to you,
Of course.
Yeah.
That's why you got to see, why does it keep happening to the
Mhm.
person, right?
Mhm.
It's one thing to want to be with somebody, but you got to show the person that you want to be with that you're willing to work with them.
Mhm.
Mhm.
See, that's the key word again. Work.
Mhm.
Yep.
Work. We said that, you said that. It's part of the equation. You can't run from it. You can't hide from it.
Nope.
Every relationship requires work.
Mhm.
So if you're going to go past the dating part and you get that down where you're feeling comfortable with the individual, you got the values together, you got the vision, you're on the same page.
Mhm.
Now you find that y'all have some disagreements while you're dating. Okay, what are you willing? We talked about the red flags, what we're willing to deal with, what we're not willing to deal with. Those ones that you're willing to deal with, those are the ones you say, okay, we could work through this. Now here comes the hard part. Before you get to the
Well, that's not really a
engagement
red
part,
flag. Maybe that's like a yellow flag because the red means stop. So,
red means stop,
yeah,
but
so
we
maybe that's like a yellow flag.
we get colorblind sometimes.
Yeah.
So when you look at that,
Need warning,
you
yeah.
know, when you look at that and you say, okay, let's work on this.
Mhm.
Because you listen, a good relationship, like my wife when we started dating, before we got engaged, she told me some things that she didn't like about me.
Mm.
Right? I told her some things I didn't like about her.
Okay.
All right. Now
That's communication right there.
Let me make this clear to you, because
that communication.
the way that I said that, some people could take that like, oh, he was just trying to get back. No, I
No.
wasn't. No,
Yeah.
we was having a conversation and we was talking about the future. When you're in a relationship, you're going to do what's called future building.
That's it, and that's what we talking about here.
You're doing future building.
I guess I don't know
taking it
anything
to the
about
next
that.
level. You just taking it to the next level.
You know,
That's
it's like window shopping. You know what you do when you window shop?
all.
All right, you ain't
You
got the
say,
money.
"Ooh, I like that.
I like
outfit."
this. I like this. I like
But
that.
look.
I ain't got the money to get it.
Yeah.
But when I get the money,
I'm gonna come back and get it.
But then you go try it on, right?
Yeah.
You gotta try it on. See, it look good on you.
yeah, just don't do what
Sometimes
Sean be doing. Sean, what he used to do. Sean try it on, try to run out the store. You can't.
you try that. Don't you try that. Why you put my business in the street? I don't do that no more.
No, but that's building. That's
Yeah,
building.
but that's
That's
building.
building.
Try
I
it
can't
on.
see you even doing anything like that ever.
You put my business in the street. I don't do that no more.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You know I don't do that
When you try it
anymore.
on, that's taking it to the next level.
Yeah.
You try it on and make sure it look good on you. Because it look good on that mannequin. That don't mean it's gonna look good on you.
Right.
That's right.
So if it don't fit, you must quit. Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
if it
wow,
don't
wow.
fit, you like, I don't like the way this fit. So I gotta
gotta
reevaluate.
You evaluate.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna step off or you
Yeah.
just gonna be evaluated?
I gotta
Build on it.
reevaluate it, man.
And look, it makes you better.
Yeah.
It makes you better because it helps toward building your character.
That's big if you can have a conversation like that with a woman.
Yeah, yeah.
That's big. If she could tell you what she doesn't like about you, you could tell her what you
And
don't
then
like
you said
about
this
her.
was before y'all got
And
married.
y'all don't get into an
This
argument.
is before we got
Okay.
married.
And y'all didn't get into an argument
No,
at
no.
this point? No.
No. See,
was no
arguments.
You just like, oh, okay. I gotta
think-
fix that. Oh, okay. You
Well,
just
you
not
know what
being that.
happens? You know what happens? I think for some people, this isn't for everybody, but for some people, you get to a point where you realize, you know what? I'm tired.
Mhm.
I'm tired, man. And then you see the person, you meet them, you get to know them. You see yourself. Yeah, I can settle down.
Yep.
I could do this, man.
Yeah.
I could do this, man. This
Mhm.
could work.
Yeah.
You know. And then you be like, yo, whatever it takes, let's work this.
Let's
make
work it out.
And so, when you have that kind of commitment, number one, first and foremost, if you're pursuing a relationship, you should be open and honest.
Mhm.
You shouldn't be putting on airs.
Right.
I didn't tell my wife what I was going to do with my life.
Mhm.
Well, thank God for that.
I told my wife what I wanted to do with my life. She didn't tell me what she was going to do with her life. She told me what she wanted to do. See, there's a big difference in that. That little word, that wanted as opposed to going to, is a huge difference. When you say wanted as opposed to going is determined. You're determined to do this.
Mhm.
One is what you would like to do, what you think you can do,
Mhm.
what you aspire to do,
Mhm.
what you desire to do.
Mhm.
Going is, I'm determined to do this. And
we-
ain't
we
nothing
all
gonna
know-
stop me.
We all know that you don't follow up on stuff. So how did that work out?
I'm still married.
No, but
That's
did
it,
you
still
do the
married.
stuff?
But
By
look,
the grace of God, I'm still married.
But
But did you do the stuff that you told her you wanted
actually,
to do, or you were going to do?
I love you for this. Listen, I had a friend of another brother in Christ, and he was telling me some of the things that he's just now doing. And he's 70 years old. He's just now doing. And he said he was looking back over his life. He got married later in life.
Mhm.
Like he got married real late. He said, "Man, I thank God for what God blessed me to be able to do."
Mhm.
He's 70.
Mhm.
And he's still getting blessed by the Lord to be able to do this, and this. He's on a path.
Yeah.
I was so fired up from talking to him because right before I met him to have that conversation, that's the same revelation God gave me.
Mhm.
Now, he said if he got married when he was in his 20s, his marriage would have ended in divorce.
Mhm.
He knows that. He
Mhm.
said that. I said, how can you be sure? He said, because he knew how he was,
Right.
right? He wasn't taking relationships that seriously,
Mhm.
but God knew him better than he knows himself. Like
Yeah.
God knows me. And I
Yeah.
said to him when he was talking to me about what he's doing now, I was like, man, I couldn't contain myself. I was so overjoyed because a lot of the things that I wanted to do, that I told my wife I wanted to do,
Mhm.
I'm doing now.
Yeah, it is.
Now you're doing it?
I'm doing them
How
now.
long you been married?
We're married for like 27, 28 years.
And now you're doing it.
Now I'm doing
Well, I'm proud of you. That's good.
To God be the glory.
You kept, you
I
kept your
say
word.
again, to God be the glory. And it's not me keeping my word. It's just me watching God move like I'm supposed to. And he opened the doors and I'm walking through. Because you know how people pray, Lord, open the door, Lord, open the door. Oh Lord God, open the door. Father, open the door. In the name of Jesus, open the door. All right.
Mhm.
Don't just ask God to open the door. Ask God to give you the strength to walk through it.
Yeah.
Because he'll open the door and you'll stand there looking.
Mhm. Making sure the coast is clear.
And then you turn around and
Who's in there?
close the door and walk away. No, God opened the door, walk through it. And sometimes to walk through that door takes courage. And when you're talking about conflict resolution in a relationship,
Mhm.
that's that building process that we're talking about. That's that work that you got to put that in. Swallow your pride,
Yeah.
right?
And I think I like what you said when you came to your wife and before y'all got married and coming in. It goes to what it says here. deep trust and emotional safety where you can feel secure in talking to your spouse or your future spouse. You know what I'm saying? And it's that's what I like about what you said, because y'all trust each other so much and want this relationship so much, you confide in each other to say what you want to say, and you made it comfortable for her to say what she wanted to say, as well as she said, well, I can listen to what you got to say.
Yeah, because you ain't sitting there balling up your fists like you
right,
know.
Exactly. And I think that's where the deep trust comes in at.
Yeah,
Where everything's on the table and I can commute with you in a respectful way, and she can commute with me in a respectful way.
I say to God be the glory.
And that's the only work of God, because you know once we get our head wrapped around me, oh, what you say? There ain't nobody.
Yeah, no, because there's a lot of men like, listen, let's be real. There's a lot of men, man.
They can't take that.
They can't take that criticism.
No.
A lot of brothers can't take criticism, and some men can take criticism from another man more than they can take it from a woman.
Right.
That's a fact. Some men can take criticism from another man more than they can take them from a woman. Why? Because they was getting it from their fathers all the time they were growing up. When their mother criticized them, they might accept what their mother say, but they'll talk back underneath their breath when their mama say something. But they ain't gonna say nothing when dad says something. But when it comes from a woman that's not family, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
You know, I agree with that. I agree with that. But I want to also say this.
What's that?
Right. Sometimes a man lives with a woman for a long time, and it takes too long for him to realize that this woman is very intelligent. And that if you listen to some of the things that she tried to tell you, it would have actually benefited you, but you wouldn't listen. It's like the guy, I'm going to tell a story right quick. It's like the guy, him and his wife went to
look at the time.
Him and his wife went to marriage counseling. Right?
Okay, what happened?
So, could you not just don't say anything? Just let me finish. All right. All right. Him and his wife went to the marriage counselor. Right? So the marriage counselor said to the guy, he said, "Is there anything that you regret not doing from this relationship?"
Okay.
And the man said, "Yes." He said, I regret not listening to her when she talked. Right. So she said, "Well, what was he talking about?" He said, "I don't know. I wasn't listening."
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So let me ask you this question.
Well, why did I have to tell that story? I don't know. It was funny to me.
No, it was funny. It was funny. No, but here's my question to you is, and it was very funny. It was. There's a point to that. There's a moral to that story. But
that's
why do you think he spent so much time not listening?
Because he didn't think she had as much to offer as she really had to offer. In my opinion.
So why did he?
Because a lot of black women are really, really intelligent.
I don't think he valued his wife's opinion.
Right.
That's basically what it is. Boiled down to.
Right.
You have to value your wife's opinion.
You have to.
Exactly.
If you're going to take it a step further, and y'all gonna walk this walk together, you gotta have a partner, and your partner is your wife
100%.
or your future wife.
And look,
100%.
Now here's where the woman solidifies herself in that role. Like you said. The woman you were dating at that time, that you was dating your girlfriend at that time, that later on became your wife, she said, well, the other ones you had to make an appointment with, but she was like, where are we going? You coming to me, or I'm coming to you. This is her chance to solidify her position in that role, which is what your ex-wife did. She solidified herself in that. Give him the information that's going to help him stand stronger, that's going to show that you're with him. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
You're with him. And the same thing for the fellas. Give her the support that she needs to show her that you're going to stand with her. Not that you want something from her as a result of supporting her.
Right.
Giving her that support. You got to break free from that mentality, get out of that mode. All right. That's not the mode we're supposed to be in. When you're in a relationship, it's a relationship.
That's it.
Get out of situationship.
Yeah,
and get into relationship.
And women, never tell your man that you do you and I'm going to do me. Please don't ever tell your man that.
There's a lot of that going.
That ain't man. That is not going to end well.
Today's society, a lot of that going on in today's society. So to get from the next part of dating to being engaged, now you're gonna drag out the examination of the relationship. Now you're building for the marriage part.
Mhm.
So you got the resolution of the conflict, you got the conflict resolution, you got the same page, you got that. You got to work through the issues. You got to deal with those things. What else you had to do with that? Was it you had like 6 or 7 things up there? What else you got?
Realistic assessments.
Realistic assessments. That I like that.
Very
I
much.
like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Very much.
You should be realistic about what you can
And
accomplish.
cannot do.
Mhm.
You should be realistic.
Mhm.
Right?
You know, I guess we talked about this too. Resiliency under stress.
Mhm.
Well,
That's
listen.
observing like world challenges. We have to be
Stress.
resilient.
Mhm.
Stress is the
Stressful.
silent killer.
Yeah, stressful situations.
Stress will kill you.
Yeah,
That will kill you, man. Yeah.
yeah.
Ballpark freight.
But stress will wreck your body too, though.
It destroy you.
Yeah, mind, body, and soul.
You ever went to somebody that went to high school, graduated the same year you graduated, but they look far older than you look,
Mhm.
right? Because
Yeah.
they went through so much in life.
Well,
They
I don't
went
look like
so
the
much stress.
struggles I've been through.
Praise,
Really.
thank God for that. Thank
You
to
know?
God be the glory.
Mhm.
So, but I'm saying, you ever see them people in high school, and you see them, and they see you, and they can recognize you, but you can't recognize them.
That happens.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
happens.
It happens.
Yeah, right. All right. So
That
when
happens.
stress enters your life, and this is why they call stress a silent killer, because a lot of people don't even know they're dealing with stress.
Mhm.
They don't know they're stressed out. They don't know you when you're dealing with stress, you're putting extra pressure on your, like you said, on your body,
Mhm.
and especially your heart, right? So you can develop all kinds of miscues with your heart.
And sometimes you pick up a lot of bad behavior also when you're stressed
out.
You know, something to like
Some people start
ease that
smoking.
stress.
Yeah, they start
you know,
smoking.
Yeah, a lot of times
Start
that it can
drinking.
be very, very hazardous. Stress can be very hazardous to your health. Very, very hazardous.
One thing that will
Mind, body,
contribute
and soul. They're right.
heavily to a bad relationship that leads to stress is arguing.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Certain.
Well, I don't know
it-
because the silent treatment is just as bad as arguing. I'd rather you argue with me than the silent treat me.
And I'm not
You know?
talking about arguing occasionally. I'm talking about you arguing all the time.
Yeah.
When you start
Consistent.
arguing all the time, that
Yeah,
is
every day.
that's a sign that the relationship has taken an unhealthy turn. Unhealthy turn.
Oh yeah.
But I want to say this:
What's that?
Especially
if
it's
a
over
woman,
nothing.
Especially over something very minor.
if a woman is still arguing with you,
Mhm.
you're okay. Yeah. If a woman is arguing with you,
Mhm.
you're okay because she still has the emotion, and she still has the emotion for you. But when your woman stops arguing with you, you've got a problem.
I say to a certain extent.
When she gets when the buttons that you used to push,
Because,
when the buttons that you used to push
mm,
don't push her buttons anymore, she just said, "Oh yeah, okay, no problem." You know what I'm saying?
All right, now you're on that.
You
This
don't
thin
got a
line.
problem.
Now you're on the line of you're not talking about that thin line between love and hate.
You got a problem when she gets quiet.
3
That's all
o'clock
I
in the
can say.
morning, you just come home. First of all, what you doing out 3 o'clock? So look, here's what you're talking about here. I agree with you, and I agree with Sean, because Sean said to an extent, and I agree with that. Sometimes when she gets to the point where she's not going to argue, she just accepts it,
mhm.
and she gets to
And she probably gonna move
she's
on.
walking in what's called adaptability.
She probably just trying
Now,
to move on when she gets
9
quiet.
times out of 10, she realizes that this is how you are, this is how you're going to be, and she's going to wait to see if you're going to overcome this thing. All right. Now, I hate to say this, but it's true. It's a measure of truth in this. Some women want a guy like that.
Mm.
What?
A guy that they could just keep arguing with after the fact that they argued with them already.
So you're saying they're just toxic people?
Some women just want a guy like that.
Mm.
They want a guy.
toxic, though.
I can agree with that too, but that's a reality. Now that woman doesn't need a guy that's just like she is. You see what I'm saying? Because then
They be arguing all the time.
all the time, over everything, all day.
I don't
every
know that
day.
I ever met a woman just that all she wanted to do was argue.
Listen,
I'm just being honest.
Because
She has to do some other stuff other than being.
yeah.
arguing.
to me,
yeah.
that's a woman who's not happy or just
9 times out of 10.
miserable,
9 times out of 10,
and she want misery loves company.
and that's the way. That's the way that some therapists say that. That's the way that some people in relationships get out their stress.
Mhm.
They get out their frustrations. They get out their aggravations. They get all of that stuff that's been packed up in them. They've been holding on to. That's how they get it out. I say find a hobby.
Mhm.
Start painting or something.
Do cornhole. You ever do cornhole? cornhole, that's really, really fun.
Or did the
That's
I've
really
done
fun.
that.
That's really fun.
Or run around the block a couple times.
Yeah,
Out
walk,
there.
you know.
Walk.
Yeah.
If
Walk
you're fat
the
like
dog.
me, you probably gonna walk.
Get a dog.
I'm not
Walk
getting out
the
there
dog.
trying to run as fast as I am right now.
My thing is, I don't think arguing all the time is healthy.
No,
in
it's
a
not.
relationship.
It's not.
Especially
no.
when you're doing it in front of the kids.
Because you can't have any peace. And that bruh, come on. That right there, that's bad.
Mhm.
Arguing in front of kids, fighting in front of kids
Mhm.
is a bad example that you're setting for the kids, because the kids grow up thinking that's normal, and it's not.
Right.
It's not normal. Some point in time when you're in the engagement process, you've gotten past the dating. Dating is like the honeymoon phase, right?
Mhm.
That's the honeymoon before you get married. Then engagement is where you start putting your gloves on and start going to work, rolling up your sleeves and everything, start washing, cleaning up everything, trying to get yourself together. You try to get all the stuff that's still wilding you out. So when you get to the point where you get married, you can settle down and you can walk through this thing with a serious mindset of building what you started with this individual.
Absolutely.
Arguing and fighting in front of kids, and you're not even married, you're just engaged. Because you know, in today's society, they got the blended family thing.
Mhm.
What kind of signal do you think that says to the kids from your side of the family and from her side of the family? How do you think the kids are gonna feel about that if they see that?
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
That's not a good example to feed to your kids.
Mm-mm.
Guess what? It turns into that when they get into a relationship, that's what they think they're supposed to do. They seen their parents do it.
Mhm, mhm.
Guess what?
Mhm.
They think they're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
So they conjure up some stuff to argue with their spouse or their future spouse. Or in the relationship, they be like, we have to argue. For what?
So how long do you think it should take a couple that has dated and now has made the decision to get engaged? How long do you think it should take them to refine the process of their relationship? You know, working on their relationship, refining it, fine tuning it. How long you think they should be in that engagement zone? How long you think they should be in that zone?
Well, that's hard to say.
Give me a general number. Give me a general number.
Matt to answer this one.
Give me a general number.
Because Matt, you
Matt got a
listen
mic.
you got a mic today.
Matt
Yeah,
got a
Mac,
mic
Mike, you
today.
ain't say nothing, Mac. You ain't say nothing, Mac. What's wrong?
So you've been so
Talk to us.
Answer
that-
the question.
that
Answer the question. Answer the question, man.
Time.
Huh?
Hear the question. How long?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. How long should a person be in that engagement part before they, tie the
Before you
knot?
get married.
Before you get married.
Yeah, what's your opinion on
What's
that?
the time frame?
I can't speak to marriage. I'm not sure.
Well,
Yeah,
not
what
just
about the
marriage,
engagement?
Just the
the
engagement
like
part.
dating
Just
to
working on
engagement.
trying to get things together where you feel comfortable enough to move to the next step and get married. How long you think? Just give me. There's no exact data with that, right? But there's a general data with it, and I think that varies from culture to culture and individual to individual. Personally, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, what would you say? Give me a guess on that.
I mean, I guess like 6 months to a year, I guess.
Yeah.
6
on
months to a
average.
year. All right.
To
Yeah,
know
I
whether
got
or not
you.
would
Because if you're
wanna
gonna do it, you're gonna do it, right?
move
Right?
forward
Get it out
with
the way.
them, Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I feel you on that one.
I like that year part.
Yeah.
I like that year part. And speaking as a man, I would say that gives you more time to build up.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
know,
you meant more time to
build up. Because you got to really
retool.
prepare yourself for that.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of guys say, "Yeah, I see this girl, I can marry her." But I was a friend of mine. He was saying, that, "Yeah, man, this girl's beautiful, man. She gorgeous. You don't know nothing about her.
Mhm. Mhm.
You don't know not a wing, not a doggone thing about her." You
Not a wing and not a wing.
know what I'm saying?
You should at
And,
least
yeah, she
know a
beautiful,
little
but
bit
I can
about
see
her
it
background,
automatically seeing kids and the little white dog running around and picket fence and all. I'm like, time out. What
He
about
said not a wing,
not a wang, not a doggone thing? Yes.
Did you hear that?
That's old school.
That's some Steve Harvey stuff.
That's old school.
That's some Steve Harvey
What?
country buffalo.
What? Who? No. But I like that year part because that 6 months, I don't know.
No, I'm just
the
kidding. You
6
got
months,
that.
I don't know about the 6 months. But the I can see the 6 months if he's mature, if
Yeah.
she's mature, if they've been dating. That's usually when you've been dating a while.
Wow, yeah. Yeah.
Like y'all been in that dating zone for like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When you
My
get to that-
thing is because once you get engaged,
Mhm.
you know the wedding is coming right there. You
And that's a
and
whole
you in it, you
that's a whole different level of
'cause
pressure.
usually when you get engaged, they already talking about all right when you get married.
Automatically.
Automatically, that's the first
Automatically.
thing come out the mouth.
Well, of
Funny
course.
thing about it is they ain't coming from the couple.
Yeah. We
That's
gotta
coming
get
from
that.
everybody around the couple.
Ah, y'all engaged when you get married.
When you get married, when's the
When's
big
the
day?
date?
When's the big day?
Yeah.
I need to know because I got to take off from work. When
Well, that's a good question, though.
It
I
is.
mean,
It
and
is.
usually it's a year, like you said, 6 months to a year.
6 months to a year.
Sometimes 2 years.
Yeah.
Because it all depends on how financially they gonna be ready.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true too. 'Cause-
That is
and that's
true.
another aspect that
For,
we
like,
didn't talk about.
Marriage, yeah, I think. I also think dating is a little harder now
Mm-hmm.
than it was then.
Fact.
I think it's a lot of like new things, like new words that they put to stuff. Like exclusiveness is one of the new ones that I'm
Oh, yeah, we're exclusive.
hearing. Yeah,
Mhm.
and y'all didn't have that.
No.
Y'all
Yeah, we
barely
did.
had dating.
Mhm.
Y'all barely had dating.
You
I
said
think
y'all
just-
barely had
We
dating?
barely had
Yeah,
dating.
like
I
as a
wouldn't
title,
really have
like
dating.
as
as
a
a
title
title,
to like.
Nah,
call
nah,
something
yeah.
something.
You're
Like,
going steady,
it
going
wouldn't
out.
be dating.
Yeah.
It would just be
We go together.
that's my-
We go
yeah.
together.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but I would think you guys were like the people that didn't want to be
They didn't want
what's
they
it,
didn't
a
want to be
title?
labeled. They didn't want to be
that's
labeled.
That's the word, label.
They didn't want to be labeled.
You were the guys right now that don't
Yeah,
want the
ladies and
label.
gentlemen, put the
Am I
camera
right
on
or wrong?
yourself. Put your camera on yourself.
Some of us.
Am I
yeah.
right or wrong?
Yeah.
Some of us.
He
yeah.
said some of us. Some of us.
Some of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Some
said
of us
that's
like,
not
no,
me. That's
no,
not
no
me
label.
per se.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, some of my people, my colleagues, my
But
age group.
That had to be learned from somewhere, maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe.
I think it's a
maybe-
societal development. I
Possibly.
think it's a societal development. I think that one of the reasons why it is a societal development is because in today's society, you guys are really governed by data. We weren't governed by data.
Mm-mm.
We didn't really care about data.
There's a lot of truth to that.
We didn't care about being statistics.
Mm-mm.
You guys came up with statistics left and right. I'm like, what? But some of that stuff is good though,
Yeah, some of
because used and incorporated into your relationship properly, it can actually help work out your relationship better.
Mm.
I agree with that. I like some of the stuff that you guys do as far as your culture as it pertains to dating. Online dating, I don't know about that. I don't know about the online dating thing, Matt. I don't know about that. I heard some real horror stories with
some
that.
horror stories, but some good
Yeah,
stories too.
Yeah. I think my generation and the younger generation uses it for
Networking.
not networking, but just to
Just hookups, maybe.
mess around, hookups. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Hookups.
We call it what
whereas-
it is, booty calls.
Yeah.
There's some
That's how we called
Like,
it.
But we
swipe
did
left,
have that
you
back
wanna
in the
have-
day too, though.
They said during the World Cup, New York had one of the highest spikes in online dating
Really?
Yeah,
during the
yeah.
World Cup.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah?
Yeah, sure.
yeah. Because I guess all of the
'Cause there's a lot of
out-of-towners
people
were
coming
in,
coming
sure,
in, so
yeah.
a lot of people was on
Online
apps,
dating.
I'm guessing to
Yeah.
Speed dating and all
hook
that.
up for it.
Yeah.
And they also said there's a lot of what do you call it? Sex trafficking
Yeah, I heard
going
that.
about
on
that
too.
too, yeah.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, that need to stop.
Because when
That's
people
crazy.
come in, you know, they're guys that you can call and they'll get you a girl, and they'll come to wherever you are.
That's
Yeah.
terrible. That need to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What do you
crazy.
mean that needs to
that
stop?
needs to
You
stop.
know, that's the oldest. What they call? That's the oldest
Oldest.
profession
Yeah, but
in the world.
sex trafficking.
The first crime was prostitution.
But that's
So-
not
so-
sex
supposedly-
trafficking is a little bit deeper than prostitution.
Right.
Well, yeah,
Most women
Yeah,
are probably
because they're
forced.
taken. Yeah.
Yes, they're
forced
forced into it.
Yeah, they forced into it.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
needs to
well,
stop.
that part, yeah, but not like what he was talking. He was talking about when you go on the web. And
No, I'm talking about what you was talking about.
Yeah, sex.
What he was
Yeah.
talking about, yeah, that right there, I can understand that because you're coming from other countries, you
Mhm.
traveling, you feel like, hey, this is an opportunity for me to do whatever I want to do. Yeah, that's the moral issue for the individual. But
And I think Japan.
speed dating is like one of the things that really wasn't your generation. That was really our generation that started doing that.
Speed dating.
Yeah, we got it. We did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We did that.
That
Speed
was like
dating.
a variation of-
You mean on the internet?
No.
No.
You
What
actually
kind of
go
speed
to
dating?
you
Like
go
a
to a place and
cafe
you meet
or
women.
something,
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
like a
At the
timer.
place.
Yep.
Yeah, you had a timer. You talk to them, then beep, switch.
I never heard of that in my life.
you ever
I
seen
never
the
even seen
movie
that on
Hitch?
TV.
That's where I
Hitch?
seen it at
You
Hitch.
you see Hitch?
Who
I haven't seen it in Hitch.
who
It was
started it?
speed dating.
Who started it?
Will Smith
Oh, Will Smith was the
and
was
James.
the key guy.
What's the other guy? James. I forgot the white dude.
Yeah.
He was good.
When I hear switch, I think of a
Because
different-
they switch as they get to know each other because it was a lot.
Mhm.
A lot
I
of
never
people-
heard of that. I'm
A lot
sorry.
of people speed dated because they were professional people.
Well, black people did that.
It was black, white, whatever.
But now
more
with,
than corporate, it was corporate type of people because they never met anybody.
Because
You
they
know,
spend so much
they all
time
spend all
working.
time working.
with apps, you could like it's kind of in a way easier now because I can put like what I like, what I
Right,
don't like,
right.
the type I like, the
Right.
age that I like. Like they
Right.
have so many like things that you can just put into filter the type of people who are checking your like page out now. So
Right.
in a way, like I guess there is a lot of people on there just trying to waste your time. Like if I'm on there to find something that's real and the person or she is on there to find something quick, then it's just not going to work out for me in the
Right.
Right.
longer term.
Right.
And
It
I
doesn't
think
work out
there's-
for either of you. Right?
yeah, but
Really.
I think there's a lot of that reverse. Like I think a lot of men are on there to find something quick, and then women are
That
on
ain't
there
nothing
for
new.
like
Yeah.
to
That's the
find
to
standard.
something
really
relationship
find somebody.
with
That's
some-
the standard, yeah.
with some substance.
Well, tell me what's the ones where they want.
Well,
no, I'm just kidding.
You got statistics where that tells you like what's the average long-term relationship that results from that, or no, you don't have anything.
I could pull some up really quick.
All right,
Okay.
what's up on that? That's interesting.
Yeah, it's
All right, you guys see the time, right?
Yeah, we see it. We see it. But we looking at statistics. We'll
All
cut
right,
it.
after
We'll
this,
cut
all right.
it.
We
Because
finally
we
got
did-
Matt talking now. Matt don't want to be
Yeah.
quiet. See him over
You
there.
talk about something he like.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good
You said he would-
information,
you
bro.
said he would
That's
talk
good
when you-
information.
when you got something.
We gonna get back to this.
All right, here you go.
I'm
Around
interested. What you got?
13% of people say they've gotten engaged or married to someone they've met on a dating app.
Okay.
Wow.
13%. That's not high though.
That's not high.
No.
Nah.
No, but that's
42%
impressive though.
of online dating users say they've been in at least one committed relationship with someone they've met online.
Mm,
That's awesome
that's crazy.
because you wouldn't imagine that at all.
No.
I wouldn't.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't imagine that at all. I mean,
I wouldn't think that.
but
somebody would
let me
go
ask you a
online
question,
to
man.
find
Is
that
it
special
is it
someone.
pressure to put yourself out there online like that, or is it?
I think to some degree, yeah, because some people might not want to put themselves out there like that.
Mhm.
I have a friend who was using a dating app, and he showed me some women that we know in real life.
Okay.
So that may add some type of embarrassment factor or
Mhm.
something like that. Outside of that, you might just be like nervous to just show yourself to the world and and even like your face.
That's
Right.
true.
Because especially where you're dating at, some towns are smaller than like other towns. Some states
Right.
are smaller than other states.
Right.
Mhm.
So when you, especially if you're on like 3 or 4 apps, at some point you don't want to also turn to the guy who's on 3 or 4 dating apps.
Yeah,
trying to
that's
find,
true.
you know?
Mm.
So,
How many apps you on? That's probably one of the questions. How many apps you on?
so
How many dating sites you on?
You guys crazy.
About 200.
Hey, yo, we like to thank Matt for giving us his
Yeah,
opinions
I
here
mean,
today.
it's good
It's
insight.
nice.
That's why.
Nice
That's
to
why. That's why I wanted to have Mike today.
Yes,
We
sir.
should have really
Yes,
brought him in
sir.
Earlier, way earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, but we could continue this because I guess we could talk about
Oh my
the actual getting into the marriage part of things. But
Oh,
I just want to
Well,
say
he's not gonna be able to speak on getting into the
Well,
marriage.
we can still talk about the dating part
It's
too.
like a
because-
round robin. You just kick.
I mean, because we talked about dating, but we talked about from our
see the
perspective.
reflexes, man.
I like to
Yeah.
talk about more about dating on his perspective level. Because
Mhm.
Matt, how old are you? About 30?
32.
He's 32.
Young,
So, and
young.
we are older. me and Ronald, we are married. I've been married now
He
for
said-
22 years.
how many apps you on?
This is just 200.
and Rob been married. So I think it's a good perspective on relationships. I think we covered a lot today, and I'm eager to come back. I don't know what our availability is next week because I don't think he's gonna be here.
I'm not gonna be here.
You know here?
Yeah, and I'll probably be out of town too.
All right, then I guess
So
we'll catch each other next.
we'll skip next week and we'll be back with y'all. But for Rob
Oh,
Ronald.
my goodness.
and Matt,
That's good.
I'm Sean.
That's good.
This is Open Up Forum. We'll see you. Peace out.
Peace, y'all.
That was good, Matt.